Welcome to another episode of Strip Club's Uncensored podcast. I'm DJ Jack. Hey guys, I'm sorry about being gone for a while. Unfortunately, my computer died and then my main laptop died, and it's been a bitch trying to get my main tower working again. But thankfully, it is back and I'm recording on it right now. I did record some podcasts on my old laptop on a friend of the podcast. Her name is Lilith, Submissive Lilith. We did record, unfortunately, some of the audio, particularly my audio, is a little bit off, but you guys are going to like hearing from her a lot more than you like hearing from me, okay? And these episodes of the podcast where we have lovely ladies, sex workers coming on is going to be called Pole Talk. That's right, guys, Pole Talk. All right, it's a term we came up when we were, me and Lilith were talking. All right, guys, so whenever these lovely ladies come on, we're going to be doing an episode of Pole Talk. All right. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I hope you enjoy this particular episode of the podcast. Of course, I'm going to have more coming as well. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. That's right, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. If you do, it'll make it easier for you to find me, okay? More importantly, spread the word. Tell your daddy, tell your cousin, call your mom, and tell her boyfriend, all right? I don't care. Just tell everybody you can about the Strip Club's Uncensored podcast. Guys, we grow makes it more incentive for me to take time out of my busy schedule to make these podcasts. I really do. But you know what, guys? Having you listening to them and me getting your feedback really helps out. And also, because Lilith, in particular, is a sex worker, we're going to be putting her information down below. I should be showing you a picture of Lilith right now. Yeah, that's what this lovely lady looks like. I'm going to be showing this periodically through the podcast so you guys can actually see her. Her information is going to be down in the information below, so don't forget to check her out. All right, here we go with another episode of the Strip Club's Uncensored podcast. Here we go with the first episode of Pole Talk with Lilith, Submissive Lilith.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's fine. All right, so here we go.
I can go from 0 to 1,000 very quickly.
Yeah, it's most people actually. But all right,
especially when it comes to talking about the club.
Yeah. All right.
Some of that was for comedic effect, by the way.
So what?
Some of that was for comedic effect, but
that's most places. All right, so
okay.
Here we go with the friend of. Sorry guys, we're just in the middle of conversation. Here we go with Lilith. She's a friend of the channel. Lilith, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
One of the things we were talking about, and we wanted to continue talking, is about how some of the things that revolve around businesses have to grow, they have to change, they have to evolve. But strip clubs are kind of in a stagnant, pool.
They're in the same place that they were in the 80s, the 90s, the 2010s. My mom was a stripper for about 18 months. And I feel like strippers in general tend to mythologize their earnings, but just the way that you hear like late 90s, early 2000s strippers talk about their earnings compared to like now, like I feel like you see such a drastic difference, you know?
Well, because also you look at certain pages, you see like thousands upon thousands of $1 bills on the floor, and women have this image that that's exactly what they're going to make. But reality is, strip clubs have hit a stagnant level, and we actually have somebody who worked in the strip club industry who's not a DJ, so you can get their point of view. All right, so this particular style of podcast for me, I guess we can call it Pole Talk.
Pole Talk. I love that.
There we go.
You're not talking shop, you're talking pole. I love it.
No, I mean, like, you have, what do you call it? Car talk and football talk, and I guess Pole Talk would be the best way to go with this. So we'll do Pole Talk.
Pole Talk. I love that.
Lilith, and we're going to talk about how the strip club model is outdated. But first of all, we need to understand that there shouldn't be a stigma first.
Absolutely.
About working in strip clubs.
Or anything in the sex industry for that matter.
Yeah, but we were just talking about that earlier, is that sometimes people literally say like, oh, how are you talking to her? She is a stripper.
Or when men at the club will be like, if you were dating me, I wouldn't let you work here.
Yeah. You shouldn't stigmatize strippers because they're sex workers.
Yeah.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with it, because honestly, in this day and age where you could pick up your phone, like the one I got in my hand right now, and literally find terabytes of fucking porn. Everything from the normal missionary to probably somebody having sex on top of a horse with a midget. And I'm just throwing that out there.
Or a human gimp, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's all out there. So there's no reason to stigmatize sex workers. People do it nowadays for whatever reason, so it's just stupid.
We're normal people. We have normal, boring hobbies. We live in sweatpants from Target just like you, you know?
I get mine from Walmart. It's two different worlds. Anyway.
We are not the same.
All right. First, okay. As an entertainer, what's the biggest thing about the strip club industry that has remained stagnant?
Biggest thing that's remained stagnant? The $20 lap dance. Lap dances have been $20 for 40 years now?
Actually, I was talking about that the other day with some dancers. So now some girls have adjusted their prices.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I mean, honestly, as much as I like paying $20 for a lap dance, I understand that the prices should change. One girl told me that she does $25 a lap dance. Another girl says that she does 3 for $100.
Yeah, I sell packages.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. I was looking for that word. And there's another girl that told me that she just charges by the hour. She's like, I don't go below that because some guys just want to sit and talk. And if you're just going to sit and talk, then I'm just going to charge you for the hour. And if some guy wants to talk a lot, she's like, I'll charge him $400 because I really didn't have to do anything. But if I have to give lap dances and listen to them, she's like, that's $600. Because I'm putting a lot more effort into it. And some guys, some of the richer guys, or some of the guys that what I like to call the homely lonely. Yeah, because when they get home, they're so fucking lonely, or they're really homely, so they can't get a girlfriend. They have that issue where they just want their girlfriend experience, and that includes talking, that includes touching. And so for some of these girls, they realize that $20 dance doesn't really work. So they're adjusting their prices. But you have to, and that's one of the things I always say to people, ask what you're going to get charged beforehand. It's just, it seems so stupid, but literally it will save guys so many problems because while they might have said it to you, you did not hear it clearly enough if you didn't ask again. So please, I agree with you. The $20 line dance, the price should be changed.
Absolutely. There are so many clubs that'll outwardly punish you, Palazzo being one of them, if they catch you charging more than $20 per dance.
Whoa, hold on. Palazzo doesn't let you charge more than $20 a dance?
Right. And the reason for that is because they really want to push the whole, we're a champagne club room type of energy and that kind of branding. And they basically want to do anything that they can to, really push you into selling the champagne room.
Okay, so, and honestly, I don't really like Palazzo at all.
Yeah.
And so they are hampering you from making money because they're trying to sell champagne rooms, bottles of booze to people.
And they want their cut. They want their 20% cut from every champagne room.
And for you ladies out there, we were just talking about this earlier, they want 10% of everything that you make.
Yeah. And at Palazzo, they also have this weird rule where you can't charge more than $1,000 per hour for the champagne room. They'll tell you no less than $800 for your time, no more than $1,000. For whatever.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know, they put a cap on how much you can charge. And I mean, if you've got that big clit energy, if you've got it like that, which you have to be an S-tier stripper, you don't have to be the hottest girl there. You have to be the one most comfortable saying, no, it's $2,000 for an hour with me. What do? You get my time and my undivided attention for an hour. You know what I mean? And you should be able to be so emboldened to say it's $2,000. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, the management could be getting, way more from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Palazzo has this thing, and you're some big clit energy. I like that.
That's what it is, though.
Yeah, it is. They have this thing because they're worried that credit card's not going to clear. That's the thing. That's what they're most worried about.
Yeah.
Is that okay? We gave them $2,000 for the product, and it only gets to $1,000 because most credit card nowadays are only. Over the last couple of years, I've heard guys saying, especially some guys, not every guy. Their credit card amounts, the credit limits have decreased.
Yeah. Especially during COVID, I've noticed that.
Yeah, yes, because one of my managers at one of the clubs I worked at, he had $4,000 on 4 different credit cards as the limit. Mm-hmm. They all got dropped down to $2,000 because of COVID. Because he wasn't spending. you know. But now he's like, he's trying. So, yeah, I can understand, but they should. No club should put a cap on whatever you can make.
Right.
I mean, because honestly, if you're the one selling the product, which is what that is, and they're giving you the opportunity to sell that product, you should be able to get anything that you want for it.
I mean, the entire point of the game of being a stripper is learning what?
A little louder.
Okay. The entire point of like the whole game of being a stripper is learning how to become your own best brand of hot and learning how to ask for as much as you can stand to ask for.
That's true. So, I mean, honestly, like with the $20 lap dance, putting a cap on anything is really stupid. It's outdated thinking.
Right.
Because if somebody wants to spend $2,000, they're probably going to do it. You know, some guys bring cash, some guys have credit cards, you know. You should just be open to it. Cash apps. Like I was gonna say cash apps. But
Cash App is like ruining the club.
Yes.
Like you're seeing posters everywhere on Instagram from clubs saying
okay,
like.
So as we're talking about outdated sense of outdated senses, what's your opinions on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal? What's your opinion?
You want my raw, honest opinion on this?
I have one too. I'm gonna give it to you.
All right. So, I understand it is detrimental to the economic ecosystem of the club. You know what I mean? The managers don't get their cut. The DJ doesn't get their cut. The bar staff doesn't get their cut. You know what I mean? But we already pay so much to show up there. And honestly, I've seen this like more in COVID like than any other time. But like so many women will just get a contract at a strip club and they will pay to go there just to sit with customers and show them their content on OnlyFans or just to sell videos on ManyVids. I haven't done that personally just because like I don't make like a lot of content. I mean, I'm getting more into it, but that's not for here. But so many women will go there just to like use it as like in-person advertising. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like we're already paying so fucking much just to show up to work that fuck them, honestly. Like if someone wants to accept Cash App for something or Venmo for something, like I don't have an issue with it. I understand how it impacts the staff, but we're already paying them. We're already paying them to be there, you know?
No, actually, that was the kind of thing I always think about. I'm like, strip clubs don't get their cut. And as much as it affects them, the girls are selling entry fees. Girls are helping to sell alcohol. Girls are selling champagne rooms. All of which profits the clubs. Okay? I get that. I really do. And they're worried about what money they aren't getting. What? Be worried about the money that you could get. Because, I mean, what can you get after that? Nothing. You really can't. I mean, unless you're at, like, Chicas Bonitas or Ecstasy, which you charge a $5 per song. I mean, because they charge $25 a song for you to get a lap dance. The girl keeps 20, the club gets 5. Okay, I can understand. In their business models, every dance matters. But at Palazzo, Yellow Rose, Perfect 10, everywhere else, it only relies on what people are paying for. They're paying for entry, they're paying for alcohol, they're paying for VIPs, cabanas, whatever you want to call them. So a girl should be allowed to accept it, except I don't like Cash App. For various reasons. There have been too many times where somebody like blocked the money from going through. Mm-hmm. You know? I think Cash App is a horror story when it comes to strip clubs. But PayPal and Venmo, I have not heard bad things about them yet. But yeah, Cash App is the only one that I have any problems with because I've heard so many horror stories about guys getting their money back. You know, well, I don't know what it's called, but they cancel the sending of the money. I don't know what the term is, but yeah. So for some reason, I've heard guys cancel it after they leave and they get their money back. But not so much with Venmo and PayPal. I've never heard that. But yeah, I think that the club should really just say enough's enough. And let them do what they want. But again, it comes down to them being utterly greedy. And I think that people should really just move forward and allow women to accept whatever form of payment they want. You know, there's an entire strip club in the city of Las Vegas that did a digital currency.
Really?
You know, Bitcoin everywhere else, and that's all they accepted. That's literally what, because they were like, okay, let's get this. And what happened when fucking Bitcoin hit 64 $1,000 per coin. Those guys made shit tons of money because they were looking forward. Now with digital currency being so fucking low, I'm pretty sure it's not as much, but still.
And with that, they were also looking out for their dancers too by looking to build like some equity within their dancers' finances too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Girls were getting paid in digital currency, so that shit went up too. So guys, when you listen to this, understand that sometimes the strip club industry is still in the backwards thinking. So that's why some girls charge more per dance. So you need to ask. Girls get mistreated all the fucking time.
Constantly.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about that one. Mistreatment. Okay, because you've had some issues, and
I mean, I'm a very vocal person in general. I don't know how not to be like an SJW tanky.
What?
An SJW tanky.
What is that?
Oh god, I don't know how political you want to go on this podcast.
Whatever you want to say.
Okay.
Short of Heil Hitler. Oh, we're good.
Oh no, I'm like in the opposite direction.
No, I'm just being completely out.
So for as long as I did work as a stripper, I was always like so aggressively like pro-union and talking to other strippers about like organizations like Soldiers of Pole.
That would never work.
Oh, I know why. Just there are so many reasons why unionizing doesn't work. But I don't know. I've always tried to like talk to people about like at least finding like some sort of like workplace solidarity. You know what I mean?
That is so fucking hard.
It is really difficult, especially outside the internet. You know what I mean? I feel like in online spaces you see that really strong network cultivated, especially on Twitter. I feel like you are seeing some of it in the club with like this new generation of strippers. I really dunk on like strip talk strippers, but like
okay. Here's the thing. Honestly, in a world where everybody sees that they can become famous through one viral video, it's kind of hard for anybody in this particular generation to understand the term loyalty. And I say that because I've literally seen girls who were best. Oh, let's take for example. I'm not going to use these girls' real names. We're going to go with Eve and Laura for this story.
Okay.
No, sorry. I had to go back and start thinking for a second. All right. So Eve and I say Laura. Anyway, Eve and Laura are in the center of the story. Now they're friends, right? Now one day Eve's customer is like, okay, I want 2 girls lap dance. So Laura, because she's the friend, Eve pulls her in and they start dancing together and blah, blah, blah. Well, Laura happens to learn because this guy pulls out a big wad of cash and he's paying her hundreds. Mm-hmm. And he's rounding up, by the way. He's, it's $20 to dance. This is an old story, by the way. This is pre-COVID. And, yeah. So she saw that he's rounding up. He's got a stack full of hundreds. And then he sends Laura on the way. Eve has been with this particular customer. We're going to call him Mr. 8 for this story. Mr. 8 for the longest time. And he only likes Eve. Mm-hmm. That didn't stop Laura from coming around and trying to snake him every time Eve walked away. This whole thing, this whole TikTok shit, this whole crap is all the me generation. And because of that, their sense of morality is kind of gone out the fucking window. There's no loyalty anymore because people who become viral sensations kind of like dump on everything that they were before to be this new image, to be this new person. And and that's the reason why none of these people have the sense of loyalty that they used. I mean, when I first started working in strip clubs, there was a sense of camaraderie, loyalty. I've literally seen sisters in the last 10 years fucking go at it over customers. That doesn't make any fucking sense because you're still going to see your sister. You're still going to have your sister tomorrow. But that new customer might get a fucking promotion and fucking leave.
I saw that at my last shift at Yellow. Okay.
What do you mean?
Actually, I'm going to use the restroom really quickly. That's all right.
Oh, push pause.
Okay.
Oh, now hold on. I'll just put. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. Put on a pot of coffee. We're always working late here. All right, so I was saying that yes, I've seen sisters fight it out over customers, and you were saying that there was.
Yeah, my last shift at Yellow. So my last shift at Yellow, there were these two girls. They looked like they were two servers fighting over some dude, and it sounded like baby daddy drama. And like this was in like July, fucking baby daddy drama.
Yeah, there's so many issues when it comes to like dating people at the strip club. It's just ridiculously stupid. But yeah, you were bringing up the Sharks. You said that's probably the only place you saw camaraderie?
Yeah. So at Palazzo, and mind you, I only worked a few shifts at Palazzo before I decided this is so firmly not the vibe for me. That is the perfect club for some people. It's not for me. I did notice that amongst the Sharks there, like the girls there who are like the top earners, the top dogs, like you were saying, there's like this real sense of camaraderie around them. And if you can get in with the Sharks, I've seen them work together to sell like some of the bigger rooms there. And it sounds like you don't really see that in like the club anymore. You know what I mean? It sounds like that's kind of dying out with like the last generation of strippers.
Yeah, the whole me generation is just really taken over the industry, and it's just ruined it for people because everybody wants to be like, what were you saying, TikTok famous, right?
Yeah, everyone's doing it for like the gram. You know what I mean? They're doing it to post their Instagram story, or they're doing it for like TikTok. You know? And
that's really what's ruining it, especially in an industry like a strip club where you want to make money. That's pretty much the whole point. So what other reasons is there? Right? What else is outdated about the money?
I feel like having specials at your strip club like really cheapens the entire experience. It makes your venue feel cheap. It makes your entertainers feel cheap. Like drink specials, like $5 table dances. I mean, you still see like the $12 steak or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, not everybody has food.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a little thing, but drink specials really kind of died off everywhere.
Good.
I mean, there used to be like hourly, like shot specials, but
now you're seeing more of like a 2-drink minimum at clubs. You know what I mean?
Oh, for the long, that shit was there, but it wasn't really an issue before. Now it is.
Let's see. So we talked about $20 dances, about how that's kind of outdated.
I think that's pretty much it. Especially mostly about money. Some of the camaraderie being gone.
You know what? I feel like tipping culture on stage is really outdated.
Tipping culture?
Yeah. So,
the dollar.
Yeah. I mean, not just the dollar, because I've seen so many girls on Twitter, like, shit posting, but not really, about how, like, it should be, like, $5 minimum to, like, keep up with inflation. But beyond that, there have been so many times where I've been sitting with a customer, and one of my friends is on stage, and she is killing it on pole, and, like, you know, I'll say to a customer, like, hey, let's go tip my friend up there. Like, you've got ones, I've got ones. Let's go do it. Let's go make it rain on her. And he'll be like, but she's just doing pole tricks. She's not even looking at me. I don't understand.
Yeah, see, I think that's the deal with the fact that we're talking about, like, porn is so easily read. It's just, people are becoming desensitized.
Yeah, there's no appreciation for the artistry anymore, you know?
Yeah, it used to be because, again, a strip club was the only place you could go to see that kind of thing. Anybody to appreciate strip clubs the way they should, and they need to, because, you know, if you're really lonely and you're really sad, a strip club is there for you. Okay, so guys, appreciate them. Tip the girls on the stage. Make sure you actually pay them a fair wage.
Thank you. Please and thank you.
All right, well, this segment is coming to an end. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to listen to all the good shit that got come up, and we're gonna be plugging Lilith's stuff at the end of this video. So while I'm talking, while I usually put share, like, and subscribe, please stick around. I'm going to be checking it out. Plus, download the description area. I'm going to put the links to all of her stuff. So if you guys get interested, please go check her out. Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, guys. If you want to learn more about what it's like to be a little pro sub on the internet, go check out my Twitter at LilithATX, all lowercase, LilithATX.
And if you guys didn't get that, trust me, I'm going to have it in the descriptions below, so please go check it out. Thank you guys for listening to this last episode of Strip Club's Uncensored podcast. Guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. You know the routine, guys. You've watched episodes on YouTube before, so you guys know. Share, like, and subscribe. For those of you that want Lilith's information, I'm going to be putting it down below. Check her out. She does have an Instagram. Guys, you can check that out as well, okay? I'm going to put that down there along with her website. So please, guys, if you have any questions, hit her up on Instagram, or you can hit her up on her website. Don't forget, guys, we're going to have some more episodes coming up on the podcast with Lilith, Submissive Lilith. So, guys, if you want to enjoy another episode of Pole Talk, stick around for the next one coming out this coming week. All right. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.